This thing wants to. And we're live here for the press conferences for the All-Star Open and the All-Star Race as this is happening. This was postponed today, but we're here for the conferences for the All-Star Race. First question will be for Adam, driver. Well, he drove the number 23 in the Open race.
32.
After the this race has been one of many in your career, and you've spoken on Twitter about how if this season you don't have chase hopes, you don't know if you're going to be driving anymore. Anything more to say on the future of your career?
I suppose there's been a lot of speculations and thing about my future, and I do feel like it needs to be addressed, but it needed to happen at the right time, and we feel like it's now. To put things simply, this is going to be the last race at Atlanta for me. It's the last one I'm going to do. At the end of the year, I've decided together with the team that I'm going to retire from racing and board duties as well. It's been absolutely exceptional what we've been able to accomplish with both the first and second stints, if RUCS being our thing. But I and the team have thought it over, and this is probably going to be it. This is my final race at Atlanta tonight, so that'll be fun. I was waiting for the right time, and I figured it would only make sense if I set it at a place that means so much to myself and the team. I've really enjoyed the good and the bad and what this has all given to me over the years. I want to thank Chris first for giving me the chance to start in the league after I tried at Daytona with some of the other team owners. Even if throughout the first time at Penske we were a little push and pull with Har and my contract and whatnot, and then Caleb for the second opportunity after the situation with Penske, and despite my bad performances at times and how long it took me to develop. Without their support, I probably wouldn't have not had any time close to this, and it probably wouldn't have been as good of an experience as it's been. It's been a hard choice to walk away with the great friends and times that have been made here, but the day has to come, and that's today. It also gives Effie an opportunity to decide his future, if he keeps the team or not, because I think he's a great guy and he's proven himself. He's been doing a very good job, and I couldn't be more happy and proud of how he's developed as a driver and a person. In a way, he's my future replacement, and if he wants, he can have the 8, but otherwise I think I'm going to put forth a request to retire that. But that's in the future, and I'd just like to concentrate on getting this team to the championship. We've really put in some effort to make it this year. But even if we don't make it, well, then we're going to continue to fight as we've always done. So I'm really looking forward to the rest of the season, and I want to thank everybody who's helped me along the way, playing such big parts in this career. There's been quite a few people, so thank you very much.
All right. Well, on that note, I have a question for Efficient Banana. Efficient Banana. Um, uh, what are you gonna do in the future? Now with this obviously responsibility on your shoulders, will you be looking to keep Ram Motorsports? What will happen to Ram Motorsports after this race? And any news on that?
Well, like Adam said, that is in the future. We still got a whole season to finish. Well, half a season to finish. But right now, I do plan on continuing Ram Motorsports because me and Adam put a lot of work to get that team going, and lots of stuff done at the shop. But I definitely plan on keeping that going. And yeah, after the season, I'm also considering getting out of the number 7 to continue the legacy of the number 8 and try and keep that high in the ranking before I retire whenever that is.
All right, thank you, you two. The next question will be for Weehawk. You were the first driver to win a segment in the All-Star Open race yesterday at Atlanta Motor Speedway in that present-day configuration, which is much longer, I'd say, than the old configuration we've been running here at RUCS. And you got that first segment win with this new sponsor, Femboy Hooters. How's that sponsorship played a role? And how's it going to play a role in your team going forward?
It only gives us more money, so more money, more speed.
Very intuitive word there from Weehawk. Thank you. Next question will be for Remy. You recently signed a contract, if I'm correct, for the Cup Series ride in the number 19. NSM has let go recently in two drivers, to my knowledge, from Cup, Raccoon and last season, or this season, Nubsy. How did you end up joining NSM here?
Well, first of all, I just ended up signing into DMs, like trying to start contracts. Like, I was very interested in the team. I was thinking, hey, I could probably get better or probably have some tips here. But I ended up signing a contract with them, and hopefully, when I race, I'll do just a little bit better to keep on racing. And that's all I have to say.
Alright, thank you. And on that note, I'd like to ask Dale a question. A disclaimer, even though I might sound like him, I am not owner of Gold Standard Plus Ace. My name's Gold, but what is the future looking like for that team with that sponsorship and future cars?
I feel like us and Gold Standard will stay as partners in both Cup and the Truck Series. I'm not entirely sure for that, but yeah.
Alright, thank you. Next question will be for Ethan. If I'm correct, you raced in the duels? I mean the
Yes,
open
sir.
race? Well,
Yes,
I
sir.
would like to ask you about, you were one of the cars, I think, to escape that huge crash we saw on the backstretch. And after that crash, we saw everybody was okay, but that was just carnage out there. Would you like to speak more about that crash yesterday?
Yeah, I had a little bit of a bad restart, so I had some trouble getting back onto the track through 1 and 2, and so everyone else got way ahead of me at all. So I was coming off of turn 2, I got a little bit loose, and I started spinning. So I actually was not involved in the crash itself, but I guess I got myself involved in it after sliding through the debris. When I'm coming out of turn 2, this is about just before I started spinning, I see Doo-Wop. He is barrel rolling down the inside, and I see a bunch of other cars just pile in. Next thing you know, I'm hearing over the radio 3 guys with DNF right in front of me. I'm not moving because the red flag gets called, so I'm just kind of sitting there in a pile of debris with Weehawk. So I'm just kind of, I wasn't necessarily really involved in that one until I did it to myself. But yeah, it was pretty interesting to see from the in-car camera just all the cars. So all I saw, the first thing that caught my eye was just the 6 car barrel rolling down the inside.
Alright, and speaking of the 6 car, we also have in this conference driver Duop McGinty. I'd like to ask you, obviously you were barrel rolling after that crash into the death wall. How were you after that crash, and how was that whole crazy experience?
I mean, I was honestly really disappointed about what happened. I got caught up in the crash at the wrong time. I got unlucky, and you know what? My car was running very good. I was leading a couple laps in the start, and you know what? It is what it is.
Alright, thank you there for the answer there, Duop McGinty. And final question will be for Derek Smith. Your team, obviously very historic, the team I know the name of, but I would like to ask what your future plans are, as you haven't been showing up in RUCS recently, and you have returned for a few races, but you have been pretty consistent in driving and both showing up to races, but you said on your first race back, and I quote, I don't know if I'm going to be showing up here for a long time.
Well, I don't really know what to say to that, but I'm probably gonna just keep doing part-time and so that means I won't be able to participate in the chase. And even though I'm locked in the chase, I'm still part time. As you can tell, I'm not like a good speech person, so I don't have much else to say.
Alright, and after that, any closing remarks? If you want to speak up, say in chat, and Adam will unmute you. Alright, if that's it, then this concludes the press conference for the open race for the RUCS Cup Series here at Atlanta. Current day setup.
Hashtag not my ult.
Hashtag not my own.